Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Today we are from group 2. We will present about pie chart, bar chart and line chart. So our topic is about health problem. So health is a crucial aspect of human life as it affected overall quality of life. Health problem can take various forms, including physical illness, mental health issue, and chronic disorders that affect a person's ability to carry out daily activities. Therefore, maintaining good health is essential to ensure that the body and mind function properly, boost resistance to diseases, and support both physical and mental well-being. By adopting a healthy lifestyle, individual can improve their quality of life, productivity, and overall happiness. So I am present one. My name is Muhammad Alif Rahimi bin Nasir. Number metric 17 DSB 2351014. So we go to the first chart. So this is a bar chart. So this chart is from article Global Mental Disorders by Type 2021 from WHO, World Health Organization. So from this chart, the data collected from all WHO members through epidemiological studies, national health surveys, mortality and morbidity records, as well as a health information system. From the survey, this data was collected from around the world and found that 359 million people have anxiety disorders, 280 million people have depression, 37 million people have bipolar disorders, 16 million people have eating disorders, 23 million people have schizophrenia, and 41 million people have disruptive and dissocial behavior. So from this graph, from this chart, I can make 5 comparison. First, the number of people who have anxiety was marginally higher than depression. Second, the number of depression was drastically higher than schizophrenia. Third, the number of people with eating disorder was fractionally lower than the bipolar disorders. Fourth, the number of eating disorder was dramatically lower than anxiety disorders. The last one is the people of bipolar marginally lower than disruptive and dissocial behavior disorders. So from this chat, I can make a conclusion that it can be concluded that anxiety disorders and depression accounted for the majority of mental disorder cases globally in 2021. So we next to the next chart. So next, this is my second chart. So this is my pie chart. My chart is about factors associated with depression, anxiety, and stress in Malaysia during COVID-19. From this chart, we can see they have 3 factors. First, 25% because demographics factors. Next, 20% because socio-economic factors. And third, 15% from educational and occupational, health and lifestyle, and also social and environmental factors. And the last one is 10% about psychological factors. So the chart show factors associated with depression, anxiety, and stress in Malaysia during COVID-19. As you can see from the graph, as you can see from the chart, a large majority of Malaysian people who experience mental health issue fall under demographic factors, which show that women had a higher prevalence prevalence of mental health problems in Malaysia during COVID-19. So from this pie chart, I can make three comparison. First, it can be seen that exactly 1 in 10 of factors contributing to depression, anxiety, and stress in Malaysia during COVID-19 because of physiological factors. Second, where exactly 1/5 of Malaysian people got depression, anxiety, and stress during COVID-19 because socio-economic factors. Third, the last one is less than 1/5 of Malaysian people got depression, anxiety, and stress during COVID-19 because educational, lifestyle, and social environmental factors. So the conclusion is demographic factor is the most reason why Malaysian people got depression, anxiety, and stress during COVID-19, while psychological was the least reason contributing to depression, anxiety, and stress in Malaysia during COVID-19. That's all from me. So we go to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. Thank you for the presenter one, Ilham Rahimi. And now I'm a presenter too. My name is Muhammad Imam Saifuddin and my matric number is 70 DSB F1005. So we can go for the first slide or for the first graph.
The first diagram, pie chart bar graph. Okay, for the first bar graph is titled the pie chart above show the share of global arboviral disease burden by virus 2024 data by WHO World Health Operation. The total number of disease involved in global arboviral burden by virus in world. So for the features from WHO report, the frequency of dengue case increased steadily from January to June 2024, whereas chikungunya case remain relatively stable and Zika case rose slightly within the same period. Meanwhile, the frequency of reported cases of weekend showing similar pattern for all three viruses during the same period. Next, for the comparison from January to June 2024, the frequency of dengue case increased steadily, whereas chikungunya case remained relatively stable during the same period. So next comparison is Zika case rose slightly from January to March, but remains stable from April to June, showing a similar increase compared to dengue. The third comparison is dengue case increased steadily from January to June 2024, while Zika case remained relatively low throughout the same period. For the conclusion is, in conclusion, dengue remained the most rapidly increasing arboviral disease in 2024, while chikungunya show a stable trend and Zika exhibit only a slight rise. This indicates that dengue continues to contribute the largest share of the global arboviral disease burden, highlighting the need for targeted prevention For the next chart is line graph. The topic is new HIV infection in Malaysia from between 2022 to 2024. For the title, the line chart above showing new HIV infection in Malaysia between 2022 to 2024. The total number of HIV cases in Malaysia from 2022 to 2024. So for the pictures is the line chart above show the total number of new HIV infection in Malaysia decreased gradually from 2022 to 2024. The highest number of cases was recorded in 2022, after which the figure declined steadily each year, reaching the lowest level in 2024. The downward trend indicate progress in HIV prevention and awareness effort. Although HIV remains an important public health concern in the country. For the first comparison is the total number of new HIV infection in Malaysia decreased gradually from 2020 to 2024, with a more pronounced decline observed from 2022 to 2022. Adjusting the early prevention and awareness program were particularly effective during the period. From the second comparison is from 2023 to 2024, the reduction in new case was slower and more gradual, indicating that while progress continues, certain public health intervention and targeted strategies still need to maintain and accelerate the downward trend. So for the third comparison, meanwhile from 2023 to 2024, the number of new case remained relatively stable, indicating that while progress continue, and additional intervention may be need to further reduce infection. So for the conclusion is, in conclusion, new HIV infection in Malaysia declined progressively from 2020 to 2024, with a sharper drop in the early year. Continued public health efforts are needed to maintain and strengthen this downward trend.
My name is Muhammad Haziq bin Abdullah, number matrik 17 DSB 23 F109. I will present data analysis of patient visiting the hospital for cancer in 2023. The graph shows total number of patients visiting the hospital for cancer in 2023. Axis XX show the type of cancer and axis BB show number of patients. The graph compare the number of patients visiting the hospital for different types of cancer in 2023. The most common cancer among patients is breast cancer, 7,500 patients, while the last common is cervical cancer, 3,100 patients. Okay, next we go to the comparison. Firstly, the number of patients with breast cancer is slightly higher than those with lung cancer, as shown in the graph. Breast cancer recorded 7,500 patients, while lung cancer accounted for 5,200 patients. Next, the number of patients with colorectal cancer is fractionally lower than those lung cancer, as shown in the graph. Lung cancer recorded 5,200 patients, while colorectal cancer accounted for 4,800 patients. Lastly, the number of patients with cervical cancer is dramatically lower than those with breast cancer, as shown in the graph. Breast cancer recorded 7,500 patients, while cervical cancer accounted 3,100 patients. Okay, next we go to conclusion. In conclusion, the data show that breast cancer remains the most dominant type affecting hospital patients in 2023, while cervical cancer is the least common. The overall trend highlights a noticeable gap between different cancer types, suggesting that awareness and treatment effort may need to focus more on the most and least affected group. Okay, next I will be present data analysis about the pie chart. Title is estimate distribution of type of disease in Malaysia. The chart presents the percentage distribution of various disease type in Malaysia. The most common disease category is other disease, including chronic condition, injuries, and musculoskeletal disorder at 24%, while the least common is cancer neoplasm at 11%. Okay, next we go to the comparison for the pie chart. First, it can be seen at the pie chart, circulatory system disease that more than 1/5 of estimate distribution of type of disease in Malaysia. Next, cancer neoplasm, slightly similar, 1/5 of estimate distribution of type of disease in Malaysia. Thirdly, other disease like chronic condition, injuries, and musculoskeletal, actually slightly over 1/5 of estimate distribution of type of disease in Malaysia. Okay, lastly we go to conclusion. In conclusion, the data show that other disease from the highest proportion of cases in Malaysia, while cancer has the lowest share. The chart highlights the overall distribution of disease, indicating that chronic and circulatory conditions remain major health concern in the country.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zidan Amani bin Zaid Asri. My number matrix is 17 DSB 23F1008. Today I will be presenting two cases in Malaysia, that is malaria and hypertension.
I will be talking about malaria cases in Malaysia. What is malaria? Malaria is a life-threatening disease caused by parasites transmitted to humans through the bites of infected mosquitoes. The line graph shows malaria cases from 2017 to 2015. It shows the years recorded, while the x-axis shows every 1,000 patients infected by the malaria. So, in 2017, the people that got infected by the malaria is 2,757. In 2019, the people who got infected is 2,607. In 2021, the people who got infected is 2,815. And for 2023, people who got infected is 1,805. Lastly, in 2025, the people who got infected is 1,562. From 2017 to 2019, malaria cases slightly decreased from about 2,757 to 2,607, showing progress towards near eliminations. In 2021, the number of cases rose slightly to around 2,850, mainly due to zoonotic monkey-to-human transmission. By 2023, the cases dropped significantly to 1,805, marking a strong improvement to malaria control efforts. Finally, in 2025, the cases continued to decline to around 1,562, showing that Malaysia is getting closer to full elimination, but there are some cases still remain in Sabah and Sarawak. So to conclude everything, malaria cases in Malaysia have steadily decreased from 2017 to 2025. Zoonotic malaria has become the main concern, replacing human-to-human transmission. The decline in cases shows success in prevention and treatment programs. However, Sabah and Sarawak still faces challenges due to tropical and forested environments that supported mosquito breeding. To continuous monitoring, community awareness, and vector control are needed to achieve full malaria elimination.
On to the second slide. My second slide shows hypertension disease. What is hypertension? Hypertension is commonly known as a high blood pressure.
that is a condition where the force of blood against the artery walls is consistently too high, often leading to serious health issues if left untreated. The donut graph shows the awareness, treatment, and control levels of hypertension among Malaysian adults, acting as a wake-up call among them who infected by the hypertension. In this donut graph, the percentage of patients that has their blood pressure under control is 23.7%. For them who are aware of the condition is 41%, and them who receive treatment is 35.3%. Comparison in this case, the largest group, around 2/5 of patients are aware of their conditions, showing their awareness is relatively high. Roughly 1/3 of patients are receiving treatments, which is slightly fewer than those who are aware. Only about 1/4 of patients have their blood pressure under control, showing a noticeable decrease compared to those related. Overall, there is a steady decline from awareness to treatment to control, meaning that although many know their condition, fewer manage it effectively. The conclusion for this case is hypertension continues to affect over 1/3 of adults, and the trend is increasing again after years of stability. Although awareness levels are moderate, many patients do not receive treatment or maintain proper blood pressure control. This situation highlights the need for better health education, early detection, and promotion of healthy habits such as balanced diets, regular exercise, and stress management. So, strengthening public health programs and community screening can help reduce hypertension cases in the future. Malaysia continues to face deadly diseases. This illness reflects the nation's ongoing health challenges that affect people of all ages and backgrounds. Non-communicable and communicable diseases remain the main causes of death in Malaysia. This shows the importance of public awareness, regular health screenings, and the practice of healthy lifestyles such as eating well, exercising, and avoiding smoking. To overcome these challenges, it requires the combined effort of individuals, healthcare professionals, and the government. Through continuous education, prevention care, and effective health programs, Malaysia can build a future where its people live longer, healthier, and more productive lives. That's all from us. Thank you, and enjoy